Let me tell you about the most expensive 2-minute decision you'll ever make in retirement. It's the moment you go online, log into Social Security website, and choose when to start your benefits. Most people spend more time picking a restaurant for dinner than they spend on this decision. And for high earners, that's a very expensive habit. Hi, I'm Tom Meyer. I'm an independent financial advisor with offices in Nashville, Tennessee, and Metairie, Louisiana. And I work with people virtually all across the country, people just like you. And today, we're going to take a deep dive on the Social Security. Look at the break-even analysis, the spousal coordination, earnings record optimization, and how to build a claiming strategy that actually maximizes your lifetime income. So let's get into it. The central question of Social Security timing is, at what age does waiting to claim pay off? That is called the break-even analysis, and it's simpler than it sounds. If you claim at 62 instead of 70, you start collecting 8 years earlier, but you collect a significantly lower amount, up to 30% less than your full retirement age benefit, and 24% less than the maximum benefit you get by waiting until age 70. So the question is, how long does it take the higher payments from waiting to catch up to the cumulative payments you receive by claiming earlier? Well, the typical break-even analysis or age is somewhere between age 78 and 82, depending on your specific benefit amounts. If you live past that age, and statistically, many healthy people over age 62 will, waiting pays off. If you pass away before the break-even age, claiming earlier would have netted you more total income. For high earners, there's another dimension to this analysis, the tax impact. Social Security benefits can be up to 85% taxable depending upon other income. If you're drawing from pre-tax accounts in early retirement, deferring Social Security and living on portfolio assets first can sometimes be the more tax-efficient approach because you're taking Social Security income in a year when your other income sources are lower. For married couples, Social Security strategy becomes genuinely important and genuinely complex. Here's the key principle. The higher earning spouse's benefit is the foundation for the couple's lifetime Social Security income because it also determines the survivor benefit. When one spouse passes away, the surviving spouse keeps the larger of the two Social Security benefits. So if the higher earner spouse took a permanently reduced benefit by claiming at 62, that reduction follows the survivor for the rest of their life. For most high-earning married couples, the optimal strategy involves the higher earner delaying to 70, while the lower earner may claim earlier to bring in some income during the bridge years. This maximizes the lifetime benefit and the survivor benefit simultaneously. There's also a spousal benefit to consider. If one spouse has a lower earning record, they may be entitled up to 50% of the higher earner's spouse's full retirement. That's worth running the numbers on because it can meaningfully affect the claiming strategy. A few of the points that I see executives get wrong. First, your Social Security benefit is based upon your highest 35 years of earnings. So if you have fewer than 35 years of substantial earnings, maybe you started your career later or took some time away, the Social Security Administration fills in zeros for the missing years, which lowers your average. Understanding your earnings record and where you stand is well worth the time before you retire. Second, if you claim Social Security before your full retirement age and you're still working, your benefits can be temporarily reduced or withheld entirely if your earnings exceeds the annual limit. Every year that limit changes. So for an executive who's semi-retired or takes consulting work, this can be a common and avoidable mistake. And the key word is temporarily. The withheld amounts are credited back to your benefit when you reach full retirement age. But it creates cash flow surprises that most people don't even plan for. Simplest situation, don't claim Social Security until you're fully done working, or at a minimum until you've reached your full retirement age. The Social Security claiming decision is not one size fits all answer. It depends upon your health, the longevity outlook, your spouse's earning record, your other income sources, your portfolio size, and your tax situation. It is, however, a decision that responds extremely well to careful analysis, and the math is very specific once you have all the variables in front of you. The worst version of this decision is an impulsive one, claiming at 62 because you can, because you're tired of working, or because you're nervous about the trust funds or headlines you saw in the news. The best version of this decision is an intentional one, built around your specific benefit amounts, your health, your longevity, your spouse's situation, and your overall retirement income plan. That's a planning conversation, not a 2-minute website transaction. If you'd like to run your Social Security break-even analysis and build your optimal claiming strategy, well, visit with me and book a web call, or we can book a phone call by going to www.schedulewithtom.net, and let's schedule some time to talk.